Hello and welcome. This is a reading for the Taurus new moon, which is happening on the 7th or the 8th of May, depending on where you live. This is going to be a reading to connect with the energies, to connect with your spirit team, your higher ancestors, and any beings that are working for your highest good. Take what you will from this reading. Whatever doesn't resonate, just leave. And let's see what the energies are that wish to come through. So connecting with this Taurus new moon, Taurus is all about the body. Taurus is all about the senses. It can also be seen as connecting to what hard work means for us, how we are navigating this earthly realm. Are we bound by this earthly realm? Are we restricted by this earthly realm? Or do we understand that our energy is what dictates how we actually experience the 3D? So looking at where you have become very rigid and not allowing yourself to connect with your own energy and allow your own energy to actually dictate the way you want to be moving through the world, the way you want to be interacting with the world, with the people around you. And allowing yourself to be in the natural rhythm and flow of life and nature and your body, knowing that that's the actual way for you to be experiencing life that is going to be more harmonious for you. Okay, so the cards we have, the first one that came out is Power, number 46. This is the crown of Isis. It combines the moon and the horns. I'm going to get the exact definition of the crown of Isis. So it's the sun disk and the cow horns. The sun and the cow were both worshipped in ancient Egypt as a symbol of the different but equal powers of the feminine and masculine. So how are you connecting to your power? What have you given what illusion have you given your power up to? Reclaim your power and know that there's nothing wrong with standing in your power. There's nothing wrong with asserting your boundaries for yourself and how you're interacting with the world, but really connecting with the symbol of power. Isis, she is the goddess of magic. She has many facets to her, but she's the goddess of magic. She revealed, there's a story of Isis of how she was able to obtain the secret name of Ra. Ra is known as the sun god in the Egyptian pantheon. And the story is that there was a secret name that only he knew, and she was able to obtain it through entering his dreams. And so she's very powerful as an alchemist, as a teacher, as someone that has incredible wisdom to draw from, and a lot of power. So how are you standing in your power? How are you navigating your own power? And again, if you feel like you have given up your power, just understand that that's an illusion that you orchestrated so that you can learn through it and come back to yourself. The next card we have is protection. So you are protected in this moment. If you have any doubts, just know that your spirit team call on them, but know that you are protected, whatever situation you find yourself in. There's a difference between being protected and feeling safe. So there can be times where you might not actually feel completely safe, but it doesn't mean you're not protected. You know, if no harm has actually come to you, even if you're in a place where you don't entirely feel safe, you are still protected. So just know that you are divinely protected in all directions of space and time. And if you do not feel like you are, connect with this symbol. It is the Norse rune for protection. I think it's the Viking compass. So it's the Norse Viking rune, often used when petitioning the gods for protection in battle. So you can move forward. You can move forward with the knowledge that you are protected in all directions of space and time. And again, you can invoke this symbol. You can literally visualize it coming into you energetically, into the core of you, and you know, almost like a large projection. That's how you can work with all of these symbols. If you don't know how to work with them, you can just visualize them as projections, almost like a hologram layering onto you, or, you know, however you wish to work with these symbols. But you can connect with this Viking rune and you can call in the energy of protection if you don't feel protected. But just know that it's safe for you. It's safe for you to walk in your power. It's safe for you to walk forward into this new path, because this is number one. So you're going also on a brand new path, and with Taurus being the new moon, being the new moon of Taurus, it is a brand new beginning. I know we talk a lot about, you know, the moons, the new moon, the full moon. It's always happening. It's pretty much every 2 weeks. It's either the full moon or the new moon. But truly, new beginnings happen all the time. And they're not the same. You can have a new beginning emotionally. You can have a new beginning with work, with relationships, with you being reborn at every new chapter in your life. So you are starting on a new path, but it's one that is asking you to walk with power, maybe in a way that you never have before, but just know that it's safe for you to be in your power. This could maybe be something with past lives, perhaps, either in this lifetime. Things happen in the past where you were in your power, but you didn't see everything from all directions. You didn't see the whole picture. And so you were in your power in one aspect, but something happened where maybe you gave your power away. And so now you're scared to walk in your power. But just know that you are protected, and it is safe for you to walk in your power, to be in your power, to just be powerful as a state of existence. And, you know, if that bothers people, if that triggers people, that's theirs to deal with. That's nothing to do with you. The third card we have is Earth, number 11. So Taurus being an earth sign and perhaps grounding yourself with these energies, you know, before you walk this new path of power. Really, really ground yourself so that you are really, really in a state of equilibrium as you walk this path, so that you are walking solidly. You are sure of yourself. You are able to see everything from all angles, and you're able to act from a place of being solid within yourself, so that there's no chance for you to repeat the past where your power was either you gave it away, it was taken away, whatever. So ground yourself in the earth of your body, ground yourself to the earth, feel, you know, visualize roots from you going down into the earth, really anchoring you into the earth. And yeah, moving forward from that place of being grounded and being solid, connected both to the earth and the heavens simultaneously. The next card we have is Relief. So this is going to be a path that is going to actually be easier for you, because you don't have to pretend anymore. You don't have to wear this mask of, you know, wanting to please people and do something that isn't natural to you. So you can almost just breathe a sigh of relief. And we have 11 and 12, so the two are very hand in hand, you know, as you ground into the earth. Either you go outside and you actually connect with the earth now that it's getting warmer, and you really feel the earth holding you. You feel the energy of the earth, both physically and energetically, and even emotionally. If you have anything, you can just send it down into Mother Earth and just breathe the sigh of relief that it's safe for you to move forward. And it's safe for you to move forward in a way that it really honors who you are. It honors the truth of who you are and who you really came here to be. And it's going to be much easier for you because you don't have to pretend. And it ends with Jealousy, number 23. So looking at everything in the outside world as merely a projection. And actually when you see things, it's funny because jealousy I think came up in the past few readings. Jealousy is just, it's an indicator of what we want in this physical realm. That's all it is. It's not something to give your energy to. Like, are you allowing yourself to get out of your power by looking at things and feeling insecure? Like, why are you feeling insecure? Why is that person allowing you to put yourself in a state of insecurity? You need to come back to yourself and come back to your power in whatever way you have to find that within yourself, because it's all an illusion. It's all an illusion. Like, anything that takes you away from yourself, it's all an illusion, and it's just asking you to, take a look at, you know, what causes the jealousy, what causes the comparison, what causes you to betray yourself. So we have Death, 36. So really letting go of the old version of you that believes the illusion, that has the feelings of jealousy, whether they are fully aware of it or not. Release that version of you. Leave them behind so that you can go into this new beginning with this new moon fully in your power that you always had, that you came into this lifetime with. I'm gonna just see if anything else comes up before I move to the other decks. Well, I do see new life at the bottom of the deck, which is actually the card that I wanted to come out, because with death comes new life. So focus, call on this symbol, which is the new version of you, which is the true version of you. So honor the parts of you that got you to this point, that did everything they could with what they had. Just like our parents did everything they could with the knowledge that they had. So now you have new knowledge, and that new knowledge is coming through from within. It's the truth of who you are. You're being led back to yourself through understanding the illusion for what it is, because you are whole and perfect and divine just as you are, and there should be nothing in this physical illusion that takes you away from yourself. So step into this new life, step into this new light, step into this new chapter fully, completely, and just honor the parts that, you know, that time is over. That version of you is over, and it has allowed this new version of you to bloom into the truth of who you are. So let's pull from the Guided by Spirit Oracle deck, just to see if any additional messages want to come through. Okay, well, nothing from this deck right now. Let's connect with the tarot and let's see if there are any additional messages that wish to come through from the tarot. So we have Knight of Wands, So action happening, things moving forward, an adventurous spirit, impulsivity, enthusiasm, passionate, persistence, fierce, a journey or change in residence. So there is new action happening as you integrate all of these changes. You're going to be guided with new action. New things are going to be required of you. So in the day-to-day, you're going to be moving forward perhaps faster than you have before, because wands is fire and the night is very fast. So you are gonna be moving forward with this new passion, like this refound passion, where maybe in the past you were stagnant because you were weighed down with all of these illusions and doubts and layers of energy that were created from places of a lower vibration. And that's okay, because that's life and it's part of the journey. But now you're going to be moving forward differently. Maybe things will be easier. Maybe the path will also be opened and be clear, because when we're operating from places that don't truly honor who we are, we're met with a lot of obstacles. And it's almost like life, our higher self, our spirit, our spirit team, our spirit guides, they're all trying to show us, like, look, you don't belong here. It's okay. Like, you don't belong here for a reason, but there's going to be a place where you actually do belong. So, when there's so many obstacles, sometimes it's because we're truly just not meant to be on that path. Like, either we forge ahead and we make it through, but when there is so much resistance and there's obstacle after obstacle after obstacle, or rejection after rejection, it truly is just redirecting you to where you're meant to go, and that path will be more open for you. You're gonna just, you're gonna go forward much, much quicker. We have the moon in reverse. So something being hidden. Instability, impatience, an unwillingness to be truthful, barren stillness, misplaced fantasy. So just integrate everything so that you aren't just integrate everything so that you can see clearly. Sometimes when we step into new versions of ourselves, we can get really excited and we can just be very, the shadow side of the Knight of Wands is that you can kind of just go forward without thinking. So just think. That's why I said ground yourself into the earth so that you are moving forward from a place of being solid in yourself, so that you can see, you can read the energies properly, and you can see the situations, and you can do things that result in solid foundations with this new life that you're stepping into. Okay, and we have the Two of Wands. So there will be options for you. There will be two roads for you, and both are the same outcome. Like, it doesn't matter which one you choose, because they're both going to lead you to where you're supposed to go. But you want to make sure that you are seeing things for what they really are. You're not falling for new illusions, because there's always going to be some aspect of illusion, because that's the world we live in. It's the Maya. It's just going to be a different illusion. So, but from your past experience, what have you learned? Have you learned how to read the energy of people, so you're not just falling for things that, you know, because you think, oh, that's the best I can get? Or are you really feeling into your body and saying, even though this looks like a new opportunity, it's still giving me the same, you know, I'm not so sure. So if you're not so sure, pay attention to why you're not so sure. Take some time, you know, take the time to really connect with why you're not sure, and then make sure you're moving forward when you do know. Because when you are really moving forward with who you actually are, it doesn't matter which path you take, because both are taking you to the place you're actually meant to go. So there's going to be something that comes up where it looks like two different decisions, but don't worry, because they both carry the same potential. One is not better than the other. So I'm going to try to pull from the Guided by Spirit deck again to see if anything comes through. Okay, so we have darkness, which, you know, there's a lot of power that can be found in the darkness. So you don't need light to see where you're going, because you are the light. And when you are the light, you also don't fear the darkness. Darkness can hold great secrets. Knowledge and epiphanies abound, despite the curtain you have drawn across the sun. This is only true when taken in doses that are in alignment with the body and mind. So again, you know, connecting with the earth, grounding ourselves, making sure that everything is connected. When overdone or left to fester, darkness can begin to cover your entire body like moss upon a wet stone. You must learn when to cast it out with a sharp voice. Point out its shape and call it by name. Fear, regret, shame, doubt. Are you hermiting or hiding? Turn on your light. So as I said, there's nothing to fear. There's no darkness to fear when you are the light. And casting it out with a sharp voice, connecting to your power, that's your true essence. That's how you navigate the darkness, through your own power, knowing that you are the light, that you have always been the light, that nothing can actually dim your light, nothing can take away your light. It's just temporarily covering it, but your light is always there, and it never changes. It doesn't change in purity, in any of that. So sometimes we can just fester in the darkness, even when we are these new versions of ourselves. It doesn't matter, because this realm is very dense. It's very dense with energies. It's very dense with thought forms that we create from ourselves, thought forms that we're interacting with others, things that we're watching. Everything has the capacity. Everything is energy that we're interacting with, and we're not seeing the illusions for what they actually are. That creates this darkness that hides our own light from ourselves. So if you are in a place of darkness, just know that that's where a lot of power is born from. Darkness is a very primordial state. If you think of the child, it's born in darkness. It's born in the darkness of the womb. If you think of plants, the seeds are in the soil. It's complete darkness. So darkness is just a place. It's just a state to create from. There's nothing inherently bad about the darkness, but only when it's blocking you from your own light is when it's bad. If you are of the light, you understand that you can navigate spaces of darkness as long as it's serving your highest good. So anything that dims your light, anything that takes away the power of who you are, that's not for you, and you don't need to be there. So this was the reading in terms of what the energies are, what the messages are. We will be moving on to the somatic portion now, which is of course to integrate these messages, because as much as I love reading the cards and tapping into the energy, if we're not integrating any of this, working with energy, yes, sometimes it can be a complete way to work with the messages, but the body has a lot of wisdom and the body also needs to release. So I invite you to do this somatic portion with me and to see what comes up from interpreting these messages. So as always, please make sure you have water with you to drink as you need or immediately after the session to help move the energy through you. So let's connect with this energy. Settling into our body, connecting with our breath, connecting with this moment. Understanding, acknowledging that we are taking time for ourselves. Connecting into our heart space, our heart center. And starting with the side of the hand, repeating after me. I allow myself to find my power in the darkness, reconnecting to my light. I know that I can navigate any darkness because I am of the light and always have been. I rest in the knowledge that I am divinely protected in all directions of space and time. I ground myself deeply into the core of the earth. Allowing myself to release anything that does not serve me, anything that is heavy. Allowing myself to fully expand into my body. Connecting to the wisdom of my body. I allow myself to see the truth behind all illusion. Coming back to the truth of who I am. I release any and all versions of me that still operate on pain. I release any and all versions of me that still operate on illusion. As I allow myself to walk this new path, where all parts of me are seen, heard, and felt. Welcoming the blessings of this new path. Welcoming the divine guidance of this new path. Honoring this new and divine version of myself. That is connected to Source. That is connected to Prime Creator. opening up myself, opening myself up to the light. Knowing that I am the light. And just allowing yourself to integrate, settle into the moment. Just allowing your body to release as it needs to, accepting anything that came up. And so this was the reading for the Taurus new moon. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Take care.